Sexual magnetism isn't seduction, it's energy. And when you activate it, you become a magnet. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you walked into a place and, without opening your mouth, without lifting a finger, someone turned their head towards you? Or on the contrary, have you noticed how some people, even if they aren't the most beautiful or the most muscular, manage to capture everyone's attention? That's magnetism. It's not a catchphrase, a learned script, or even a physical action. It's a vibrant energy that others feel, even if they don't consciously understand it. And here's the secret few reveal. Sexual magnetism isn't about conquering bodies, it's about vibrations. It's the spiritual alchemy that transforms your presence into a natural field of attraction. Sexual magnetism is that force that intrigues someone without you even saying a word. It's not smoke or cheap mysticism. It's biology, energy, and also spirituality. It's the invisible scent you give off when your life force energy flows freely. It's the silent signal your body sends when you're connected to yourself, to your breath, to your gaze, and to your own authenticity. Think of it this way. Most people live disconnected lives, surviving on autopilot, withdrawn into themselves. But when someone awakens their magnetism, they immediately stand out from the crowd. It's like a candle shining in a dark room. All eyes inevitably turn to that flame, not because it wants to be seen, but because it can't hide what it's emitting. This is where the hidden part comes in. No one taught you in school how to activate your sexual energy as a life force. You were taught biology, reproduction, hormones, but you weren't told that this energy is the most powerful engine you can harness to project confidence, presence, and attraction. And those who discover it, who learn to cultivate it, change not only the perception of others, but also that of themselves. Because be careful, sexual magnetism cannot be faked. If you try to copy poses, phrases, or attitudes, it shows. Energy doesn't lie. On the other hand, when your inner field is awakened, people feel it. This vibration reaches you even before your words, even before your smile. It's like a secret language that connects you to the most primitive and the most spiritual at the same time. Imagine walking with this power activated. I'm not talking about arrogance, but about quiet confidence. I'm not talking about manipulation, but about radiating. I'm not talking about seeking attention, but about the fact that the attention simply comes. This is the magnet. This is true sexual magnetism. And if you've made it this far, stay, because what comes next is the path to understanding how to awaken this energy within yourself, how to stop being invisible in a world saturated with noise, and how to become the person who walks into a room and makes everything change. What you're going to do is, discovering what you're made of will transform not only how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself in everyday life. The journey has only just begun. Most people think magnetism is a matter of technique, rehearsed phrases, calculated gestures, and classic postures, as if attraction were a choreography that anyone can copy. That's why there are so many courses on irresistible body language or seduction tricks. The problem is that even if you try to imitate them perfectly, if your inner energy isn't vibrating, you'll feel like you're forcing yourself. It's like wearing a mask that doesn't fit. People won't be able to explain it, but they'll notice that something isn't flowing. A common mistake is to believe that magnetism can be learned once awakened. It's not something you put on like a new suit, but an energy that already lives within us, just waiting to be ignited. Most people leave it buried under layers of insecurity, fear, and conditioning, but all it takes is reconnecting with yourself for that strength to resurface. That's the difference. The ordinary teaches you how to act. The spiritual invites you to vibrate. What you learn generates superficial moments of attention. What you awaken creates a constant magnetic field, impossible to ignore. The magnetic gaze is not manufactured by tricks. It appears when you are truly present. The magnetic voice is not born from the repetition of tones. It springs forth when you breathe and speak from the center. The magnetic posture cannot be replicated. It manifests when one walks with purpose and natural confidence. And therein lies its irresistible power. The real always attracts, the authentic makes an impact. What comes from within does not need to be embellished. This is the alchemy of sexual magnetism. It is not about pretending, but about awakening what one already is. Since ancient times, sexual magnetism has been perceived as something much deeper than mere desire. The Egyptians associated it with K, the life force that animated the body and could unfold like an energy field. For the Taoists, sexual energy was the fuel of Qi, a current that, when cultivated, transformed into vitality, longevity, and inner power. Shamans considered it a portal. By channeling it, they could access states of connection beyond the physical, touching the spiritual. All these cultures agreed on one point. Sexual energy was not a whim of the body, but the essential spark of life, the seed that, if properly directed, could become mental clarity, personal magnetism, and a presence impossible to ignore. From this arises the concept of sexual alchemy, the ability to transmute this energy into charisma, confidence, and natural attraction, not to manipulate, but to expand one's essence. And that is the difference. What many today consider seduction often remains superficial. Techniques, tricks, strategies, but spiritual magnetism does not manipulate. It does not seek to convince or deceive. This awakens a state of inner coherence. When your body, mind, and energy vibrate at the same frequency, there's no need to force anything. Your very presence speaks for you. This harmony is felt, whether you're in silence, arriving somewhere, or simply walking down the street. Attraction arises naturally. This is the true hidden power of sexual magnetism. It's alchemy, transforming what is usually wasted into infinite energy that brightens your eyes, strengthens your voice, and makes your mannerisms magnetic. How to activate sexual magnetism? The great mystery of sexual magnetism is not how to learn it, but how to awaken it. And this is where many people go wrong. They think it's about memorizing steps, imitating gestures, following a manual, but it's real. Magnetism isn't worn like a mask. It's turned on like an inner light. And to activate it, there's no need for outside help. We already have it within ourselves. So, how do we awaken it? There are simple and practical keys available to everyone. And the most powerful thing is that these aren't tricks to manipulate others, but ways to activate your life force. Let's look at 3 of them. First, breathe deeply from your belly. Most people live in survival mode, taking short, rapid breaths that barely reach the chest. This keeps the nervous system alert and the mind focused. But when you breathe from your belly, something changes. Your body relaxes, your mind calms, and your energy becomes centered. In many traditions, from yoga to Taoism, abdominal breathing was considered the key to sexual energy. Why? Because the belly is the heart of the life force. Each deep breath activates this inner fire. Each exhalation releases the tensions that block your magnetism. Try it. Sit up straight. Place one hand on your abdomen and the other on your chest. Inhale slowly, drawing the air into your belly. Then exhale, feeling your belly gently empty. Do this for a few minutes and notice the difference. Suddenly your posture aligns, your voice strengthens, and your gaze clears. This simple gesture already begins to activate your magnetic field. Next, maintain conscious eye contact. The gaze is a portal of energy. It's not about staring like a robot or intimidating, but about inhabiting the gaze. When you are truly present in your gaze, the other person perceives it. It is as if you are saying without a word, "I am here. I am not running away from myself or from you." In many ancient cultures, the eyes were considered the windows to the soul. The Taoists, for example, believed that Shen, the spiritual essence, shone through the gaze, and this light isn't artificial. It emerges on its own when your energy is aligned. Conscious eye contact elicits attraction because it conveys trust, serenity, and connection. It's not a challenge or a game. It's simply a presence. And in a world where distractions abound, where almost no one maintains eye contact for more than a few seconds, someone who does so in a state of calm becomes immediately magnetic. Third, walk with intention. Observe how most people walk hurriedly, heads down, tense, as if carrying the weight of the world or running away from their own lives. Now imagine someone walking differently, with a firm step, a relaxed back looking straight ahead, unhurried but with a direction. Who attracts more? Walking with intention is one of the simplest and most powerful gestures for activating magnetism. It's not about showing off or pretending, but about inhabiting your body. Every conscious step sends a silent message. I know who I am. I'm here and I have nothing to prove. This sense of grounding attracts the attention of those around you, even if they don't know why. Breathe deeply, look with presence, walk with purpose. It sounds simple, and it is, but make no mistake. These are not superficial techniques. They are ways to open energy channels. By practicing them, your body becomes harmonized. Your mind calms and your energy flows. And when these three elements, body, mind, and energy, are synchronized, magnetism appears naturally. This is the big difference from external formulas. You're not looking to appear, you're looking to be. You're not feigning confidence, you're embodying it. You're not chasing attention. You're effortlessly attracting it. Sexual magnetism at its core isn't calculated seduction. It's the result of self-actualization, connection, and harmony. And when you reach that state, you inevitably become a magnet. Everything you've read can be summed up like this. Sexual magnetism isn't superficial seduction. It's life energy in action. It's your inner fire spreading outward. And when you activate it, wherever you are and whoever you're with, you inevitably become a magnet. True sexual magnetism doesn't seduce, it attracts. You don't force it. You radiate it. Now I want to hear from you. For you, magnetism is synonymous with seduction or energy. Share it in the comments. I want to hear from you. And if this content resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those seeking to awaken their inner power. See you soon.